Hey, Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory belongs to Yahweh. Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Makakudash. Double honors unto the elders and to the apostles of Great Millstone. And salutations to the hope for the elect. You know, the men that are pushing this truth in the four corners and the highways and byways. And once again, all praises, honor, and glory belongs to Yahweh. Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Makakudash. Alright, this is the brother Yakal once again. And this lesson can be, touching. First you have to understand the matter fully before you judge. And when you judge, you show mercy. You see? Because hey, it's a simple thing for you, being in this truth. Alright? And you judging a brother, and you didn't even examine the matter properly. Or you judging a brother and you're not showing no mercy. You see? And that's two things that the scriptures tell you that you ought to do. Alright? So let me get the scriptures. Yeah. Sirach 11 verse 8. I read from Sirach chapter 11 verse 7. It says, blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Alright? And understand first and then rebuke. So that's an order, that's a principle, that's a discipline. Alright? That you are to first, examine something before you blame. Examine something before you judge. Alright? Get to the bottom of it. Get the fine prints, the details of it. Because hey, for example, in your mind, you could be carnal. Alright? You could be carnal judging a brother. Like if a brother come to class late, you show up to the works late, you could be carnal saying, hey, this brother ain't taking the work serious. Alright? This brother ain't serious because, you're showing up late. And that's you being carnal without you actually examining, what's going on with the brother. What situation he's in. So you have to examine before you judge. It says, 8, it says, answer not before thou hast heard the cause, neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk. Alright? Let me get Salakia. This is Sirach chapter 28. It says, verse 1, it says, he that revengeth shall find vengeance from Yahweh. He will surely keep his sins in remembrance. Alright, it says, forgive thy neighbor the hurt that he hath done unto thee, so shall thy sins also be forgiven when thou prayest. And brothers gonna do things in this truth that are gonna offend you. Alright? And going back to the example, a brother could show up late to the works or to class or something, and you take it as an offense. See, but you have to forgive that brother. Alright? That's a commandment. That's not emotion. You see? It says, one man beareth slack too. It says, forgive thy neighbor the all that thou hast done, that he has done unto thee, so shall thy sins also be forgiven when thou prayest. It says, one man beareth hatred against another, and doth he seek pardon from Yahweh? So you being carnal, and you not want to forgive a brother, the trespass that you trespass against you, alright, and then you want to show up before the Most High, before the Most High's altar, asking for forgiveness. Now it don't work so. Like the scripture say, that if you love not your brother who you can see, how can you say that you love the Most High? So how you expect, not wanting to forgive a man, right? To give somebody the trespass that they trespass against you, but yet you want to seek pardon of the Most High. That's being double standard. It doesn't work so. Alright, it says, he showeth no mercy to a man which is like himself, and that he ask forgiveness of his own sins. Yeah, because why it says that he showeth no mercy like a man, because you in this flesh as well. Alright? There's certain things that you're supposed to understand. There's certain things that you would experience for your own self. You see? So what? You understand certain things, you experience certain things, there's a certain way that you're supposed to judge. Alright? And you're supposed to judge with mercy. Not being a nigger, not being a tyrant. You know? Not being lords over the Most High's heritage. You know? Because at the end of the day, we are brothers in this thing. Alright? And yes, there is an order to it. But the point is that, you have to be considerate and you have to know how to judge. Alright? It says, he showeth no mercy to a man which is like himself, and that he ask forgiveness of his own sins. If he that is but flesh nourish hatred, who will entreat for pardon of his sins? Alright, it says, remember thy hand and let enmity cease. Remember corruption and death, and abide in the commandments. Alright? Because at the end of the day, this flesh gonna perish. This flesh ain't gonna last forever. You gonna die and you gonna go back to the spirit world. You see? So you have to, be considerate, show mercy, see, so that you could receive mercy. Alright? Next scripture that came to mind was Romans, I think it's 8 verse 8. Yeah, Romans chapter 8 and verse 6, it says, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. See? And that's what we're striving for in this truth. And that's how we ought to be in this truth, actually. We're just supposed to be spiritually minded. Right? Not being carnal, not seeing things on the outside. Not seeing things after the flesh. But being but just being spiritual, alright, you examining stuff, alright, you don't look on face value. It says to be spiritually minded is life and peace. It says, but to be carnal mind, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. Because one of the laws is showing mercy. You see, like in can't remember the exact scripture right now, Salaki Akim, but in the Gospels, right? Yahushai had corrected the Pharisees, saying that the weightier matters of the law, you avoid, which one of them was showing mercy. But what they always was in the law, like, bring your tithes, do this, do that. But the thing that matters the most, that's the thing that escaped from them. That's the thing that they didn't have. Alright? And that was what? Mercy. You see? That's why the scriptures say, walk ye in the spirit. Because once you're walking in the spirit, then you're going to fulfill, the laws. Alright? Then you're going to do certain things that are pleasing to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So Lord's willing that this quick lesson was edifying to you brothers that are doing this thing in sincerity. Alright? Shalom.